Hey, high levelers. I want to go over a new feature that High Level has released. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. This really only applies to those people who are on the agency pro level because it is a SaaS configurator type of setting. And again, the SaaS configurator is a tool that's only available at the agency pro level. So right now, what High Level has done is they've actually had the ability to try to help agencies stop people from canceling by offering them incentives. Now, if you've ever heard, you deal with funnels and you've ever had of canceled an account, typically a lot of software companies go through a sort of a cancellation wizard or cancellation process where they don't just want to say, okay, you click cancel. Let me just go ahead and cancel and not ask you anything. They don't really ever do that. They're always going to ask you, why are you canceling? And you're going to give them some kind of a reason. And maybe based upon the reason or option that you select, they might give you a benefit like a month free or a discount or something like that, or some kind of a deal that's going to at least keep you on board and keep you a customer. Now, High Level has begun this process and they have created a cancellation type of setting and wizard inside of the SaaS configurator. So I want to really show you what that is and then show you what that looks like. Some of the options that you have either within High Level, their sub account to over to your cancellation funnel, where you can have everything configured. You can have forms, you can have all the other stuff that you want to have done, upsells, downsells, all the other things that you would normally include in a funnel. So upgrade to Agency Pro right away. There are lots of benefits. I'm going to link another video that I created with 3 main reasons why you should upgrade to Agency Pro, because if not, you could be losing hundreds, if not potentially thousands of dollars in the future moving forward as you get clients from the lack of opportunity costs. So let's hop in here and take a look at this. So right now, everything with this particular process really begins at the agency level. Okay. Now, when you're at the agency level, you're going to come over here to the left-hand side and you're going to see the SaaS configurator. Now, again, if you don't see this, it's probably because you don't have the Agency Pro. You do need the Agency Pro. And by all means, guys, if you don't have this, if you have at least a couple of customers, you should upgrade to Agency Pro right away. There are lots of benefits. I'm going to link another video that I created with 3 main reasons why you should upgrade to Agency Pro, because if not, you could be losing hundreds, if not potentially thousands of dollars in the future moving forward as you get clients from the lack of opportunity costs from you being able to do some cool stuff that only the Agency Pro levels can do. So anyway, check that out. And if you are looking to upgrade and you actually want to become an affiliate of mine and get all my bonuses and access to me and so forth, you can use the link in the description below for the 30-day free trial. There's an upgrade link on there as well if you want to upgrade and you become an affiliate of mine, you'd help me out and so forth. So thank you so much for that. So right now, hopefully if you guys have been, if this is an interesting topic, hit the like button, leave me a little comment. If any questions that come up that you actually want to have answered, I do answer all of my questions here on my YouTube channel. So thank you so much for subscribing and let's move into it. So here's the SaaS configurator. Now at the very top, we're going to see this new setting. Now I've gone over all these other type things, the planned pricing, advanced settings, security, and configure. I've already created other videos if you want to go over and look at the SaaS configurator setup, to go over all of those settings, to go over the rebilling. I did a deep dive into all the features that you can do with the SaaS configurator, all the security settings and things like that. So please check out the other videos on my channel. But this is a new one that has come up called the cancellation settings. So we're going to go ahead and do that and take a look. Now, it's going to be a little bit difficult. I'm going to try to blow this up a little bit. But here we're going to allow clients, admins, to be able to cancel their subscriptions. Now, I don't know about you, but right now, I don't see why you wouldn't give them the ability to do that unless you're dealing with people where you're already involved with longer length contracts. Now, what I mean by that is that a lot of people who have agencies build month-to-month type of contracts. It's only a month-by-month basis. Typically, you would just need a 30-day notice, either via like email or written, something like that. But typically by email saying, I don't want the service anymore, it's not good, or I don't need it anymore, whatever the reason is. But you can typically cancel it within 30 days and everything is good. Now, if you're going to be doing that, then I don't see any reason why you shouldn't include the ability to have somebody be able to cancel their account. Likewise, you should also give the ability to upgrade the plans from one plan to another plan within the same category group within inside of the SaaS configurator. So if they're at the lowest plan and they want to go up to the highest plan, who are you to say no? Why make it harder for them to do that when you could just simply give them permissions inside the SaaS configurator to go up and so forth? So those are just my opinions about setting up the cancellations as well as the upgrades. Now, again, if you're on certain contracts where they only get so much for a certain period of time, maybe you've given some bonuses up front, and as a result of that, those bonuses, they don't pay for them, they might get them for free, assuming that they're going to have a 12-month contract with you. So something like that could be a little bit more complicated because the billing changes and so forth. But anyway, moving on here. So with the cancellation settings, here are some cool things that High Level is already giving you right now. Now I'm going to try to blow this up a little bit, give some of the reasons why people would even cancel. Now, with this, too expensive, switch to another tool, was just exploring, no longer needed, your service sucks. Hey guys, by the way, that was fine. I was just trying to throw that in to kind of mess you up here, maybe get a little chuckle out of you. But I put that service sucks, and you can actually add a new reason right here and simply add it if none of these other ones work. You can delete it, that there's edit, and there's a delete tool right here. So these are just the ones that are pre-built into here, but I just want to at least show you what it was like, what's available, and then being able to sit back and add things to it. Now, here's some of the other things that HighLevel has, and I'm not going to be going over these in detail in here because, quite frankly, I have to set up a whole SaaS account to do this demo, and sometimes the setup can be complicated with these, but I'm trying to make it as simplistic as I can with showing you the features and the tools and how this actually works. So enable a discount offer says not supported with version 2 plan subscribers yet, but they have it here, and you can just simply turn it on. Let's go ahead and turn this on and then take a look at the settings. So here we can simply see allow sub-accounts to receive discounts offers more than once. So again, obviously if people want to cancel, 3 months later they want to cancel again, then you might offer them another discount as well. But if people catch on that this is something that may not be very good, because if they know about this, they look to cancel every month to get the discount on the next month. And ultimately what it leads is to just a discount of your services. So just be careful about that. So here's the discount percentage, how much you want to give them and how many months you want to give them for, something like that. So this right here is just a way that HighLevel has built this in there. I'm just going to leave this on. Now here's the one thing that I'm going to show a little bit later on with this. I'm not going to do this right yet because I want to show you the default before I redirect to an external page. But if you remember what I said earlier, you can have HighLevel handle the cancellation, or if you want to, you can simply have it redirected out to another page, and then that page can now handle the cancellation wizard and things like that. So anyway, that's something that HighLevel has allowed you to do as well, because maybe your funnel or your cancellation, maybe you already had a process in place for canceling services that you want to send people through. And then based upon what they answer or the things that they choose, you can have other workflows, automations, things like that happen behind the scenes. Your team gets notified, people get communicated with over Slack or whatever it is. Help desk tickets get created, all that kind of fun stuff is what you can have in a cancellation wizard, depending upon how complicated your services are, how embedded you are into the client, like how many retractions or how many things that you have to pull back. For instance, I don't know what your plan is if you ever offer a HighLevel phone number to them, and then all of a sudden you push that phone number out on the Google My Business, and maybe you use X out there to actually push this phone number out to all the other business directories. Now, how do you unwind that? You know what I mean? How does that particular process work to removing the X or keeping the X for another month and then putting the original business phone number back on there so you don't have the HighLevel phone number across all of these other online directories that can mess your client up? Do you see what I mean? Sometimes there could be a process to unwinding this that you'd have to take into account. So with that, you redirecting to an external page, you may very well allow you to automate a lot of that. If you already know your processes and you can put something in place that can help you and notify the right team members to do the right offboarding on this. Typically when a client comes on, it's onboarding, but then if you want to look at them leaving, it's like offboarding. Okay, great. What do I have to do to put their system back to the way it was whenever I found it so that I can't be blamed or I'm not responsible for anything that's currently out there? Because the last thing you want to do is leave like your HighLevel phone number. That's when the account gets canceled, that phone number is not going to be active anymore. What happens when that phone number is out there for all of your clients? And then they're going to start calling you saying, hey, this phone number is still out there for all of them. Is this something that you just say, tough luck? That's up to you to change? Or is that a part of your contract, maybe with an additional cost to roll those back? I'm just trying to give you an example. But those kind of things happen. You have to be able to prepare for them. So right now, again, redirecting to an external page, I'm not going to do that quite yet, but I am going to click save here. And then these are just activity logs. It's just simply what happens and when things happen and so forth. So really, that's it. It's just pretty basic. But at least it's the first step that HighLevel is making toward being able to sit back and keep customer retention by gathering additional information. So now that I've done that, what I want to do is I want to hop into my sub account here. I'm going to go down to this, or is that, where's that right here? Just my demo account here. And if I look at this and I go to SaaS, notice that this is set up under a SaaS plan, and this is set up under an Essentials. I just picked one for right now. And this is still under trial, by the way. So if you ever take a look, you see this little thing trialing. It just means they're still in trial for this one here. So I had a 7-day trial on this one since I wanted to do a live demo and show you guys how stuff works. I actually had to have and do this, and I don't want to do this to any of my other accounts here, obviously. So right now, as you can see, this is SaaS. And now what I want to do is pretend like I'm the client, come in and actually cancel this. So right now I'm going to come in here. Let's just say I'm the client and I'm the account admin for whatever reason. I want to come in here to my account and I want to cancel it. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to come to billing. Now we see it right here. I'm going to try to blow this up a little bit because I know sometimes it could be a little bit hard to see it on the screen. Give me a second here. So right now the Essentials plan, here it is, $249 a month. Here's just a phone number that you would have in case that's already configured into the SaaS configurator settings. If they have any questions regarding their bill, that's just a billing number that you have for support. But right here, want to modify and cancel the subscription. So you want to go ahead and click yes. Now here's where I talked about a little bit earlier. You can upgrade your current plan or you can cancel the plan. So again, with me, this is just my opinion. Again, if you're dealing with month to month and you want to give the people the ability to be able to do this, you can just simply do this and let them go into their account and upgrade from maybe a low level to a much higher level inside of the thing, and then they can do it themselves and you don't have to. So right now, just kind of show you if you did want to sit back and upgrade. This right here are the plans. Now keep in mind, this kind of goes back to the SaaS configurator and really goes back to how you configure your plans inside of your SaaS configurator. But there are certain categories that you have. And then once somebody's inside one of those categories, they can only go up and down within the plans inside of that category, not up any plans between categories. So please check that out. That's just something I don't want to go into in this particular video, but I did cover that in the SaaS configurator. But in case you're doing this, you're like, hey, why people are not able to upgrade to all these other plans I created? It's because the plans can only be upgraded within the same category field. So right now, notice I'm already here. I can upgrade to this one or this one. I'm not going to in this video. I just simply want to show you. But here I'm going to sit back and click cancel. And then I'm going to just choose cancel plan. Now, notice right here, thanks for being a subscriber. Are you sure you want to cancel? You'll lose your essential benefits. This is something that is just the default. This really isn't anything related to the cancellation settings quite yet, because it's just the default. So there's no stay on the current plan, just in case they accidentally click the button. You don't want to cancel their account. You want to have a second, yes, I'm purposely continuing to cancel this account. You want to have at least that checkbox, this little dialog box right here, that at least asks them again. So right now, I don't want to stay on the current plan. I want to continue to cancel. Now, here's where you simply get these cancellations. This is where the cancellation settings come in. This is a new screen that you actually get. So right now, you can have too expensive, switch to another tool, come down here and just your service sucks. Again, that was my donation. I'd probably never put that on myself, but come on. I try to be a little bit entertaining here. You got to have an option here where, irate customers really just want to get upset and get you back, right? But anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that and say continue to cancel. Now, here's where it comes back to, okay, take a look at this. How about a discount? Would you like to receive a discount? 10% off for 1 month. This is one of those ones where I told you, when you turn that particular feature on, you can do this and you can sit back and claim it. When you do this, all of this stuff is handled for you automatically. For this, I'm not going to click on claim now. I'm just going to go ahead and click continue to cancel. But this is the option that we selected if you want to do this option within high level. Or again, we can redirect, which I'll show you that in just a little bit here. But we're just going to go ahead and just say no, continue to cancel. Here's where it says, okay, this is going to schedule and cancel. What it's going to do is notice that this right here is going to do, I did a 7-day trial. So it's going to cancel on that day. So it's going to give them access to that for the remainder of the trial period. But right now, it won't cancel automatically. Now, if you want to do a cancellation automatically, you could go through and just manually close out, delete the account if you want to. But this is the cancellation wizard. Now, I don't want to cancel this quite yet. This is the last step here. If you want to click on cancel and cancel subscription, then everything gets canceled. I'm just going to go back to account. Now, why did I do that? Because now I want to sit back and go through and show you the other option. So here we go to SaaS configurator and configurator settings. Right now, I'm going to sit back and go through the option here for send them to a redirection page. Now, you can either enable discount offer or redirect to an external page, but not both. Okay. So that's one of those things where if you're going to be offering a discount, you can offer that discount on your redirect page. Now, I'm just going to walk through this in theory. I didn't really want to build out a whole exit funnel for this one, but let's just say that if you wanted to, you can go to, I'm just going to go to Google, just had to go to a particular page and click save. So this right here is going to be the redirection page for this. So just to show you what this would look like. If you came in here and we did the same thing for the cancellation, speed. So billing, cancel my account. Yes, I want to cancel, continue to cancel. Your service sucks. I know, it's funny. Continue to cancel. Now what it's doing is that it's sending you directly over to the cancellation page. Now, again, this really goes back to funnel building. There is a particular type of funnel. If you want to search for it, do it on YouTube. It's called a cancellation funnel. And the funnels are very specifically built, but they're specifically built based upon your services. So sometimes when instead of offering a discount, maybe you can sit back and do a downsell. You know what I mean? Instead of canceling the whole account, instead of giving them a discount, if they say, no, I don't want the discount, then maybe you could do a downsell to instead of your $249 plan, maybe you have a $97 plan. Okay, let's at least keep your website here active. Let's keep your website live. We'll maintain your website and all of your lead generations that come in play and downgrade to a smaller plan, but still keep them as a customer. That's something that you cannot do inside of high level right now because you saw the capabilities of the wizard. It is really basic at this point, but it's at least worth setting up because it's better than nothing that you have right now. So this is just something that you can build inside of your cancellation funnel, your upsells, your downsells, depending upon what path you want to traverse the customer through based upon the options they select that you provide for them. What options do they select? No, I don't want a discount. Okay, then maybe they'll take a downgrade. Because if you sit back and let's just say the example I used was their website. Let's just say you moved their WordPress website onto high level or you rebuild their website. If you cancel the account, the website's going to be deleted or their website's going to be gone. and anything like that. And I don't know if they're currently using AI. Maybe you have conversation AI chat widget on that particular site that's answering questions and booking appointments and things like that. What happens to that? Do you see what I mean? What happens to them? Those are things you're going to have to come up with. And on that particular cancellation funnel, that's where you can have a video or something very clear that spells this out for your customers. Hey, real quick, I know right now, if you're one of our customers on our Essential plan, then right now we probably already host your website. I do want to make sure that you understand that if you cancel your account, your website will be deleted and we will no longer have access to it, and it will be unrecoverable. If you at least want to maintain your web presence, why don't you select the option below for $97 a month, and then we'll just maintain your website and things like that moving forward. So that could be a good way to at least keep them as a customer, downgrade them to some kind of a crazy cheap kind of plan like $97 to do something for them. And then at least maybe as you get more features or as they grow, maybe they might change their mind and you could sell them a different service. Maybe you sold them AI and now you could sell them Google Review Management, something like that. And then now you can upgrade them from 97 back up to a different plan. So hopefully that was informative and you can see the options that you get here. But if you did the video, if you found it useful, click on the like button, leave me a comment again if you have any questions. But I want to say thank you so much for being a valuable subscriber to my channel. If you are not a subscriber, click that button, click that bell notification. What are you doing? Help me, help you. Be a subscriber. I appreciate your support. Thanks so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.